Imagine this. You're 25 years old. No savings. A stable job, but no clear future. And every single month, you feel like you're living, but not moving forward. That was Onyx. And if you're watching this right now, there's a high chance you're in that same position. But what Onyx didn't know back then was this. There is a map. And once you understand it, your financial life will never be the same again. Today, I'm going to tell you his story. From zero to financial freedom, and ultimately, building a life of true wealth. At first, Onyx believed something very simple. If I want to be rich, I need to invest. So like many people, he jumped in. Crypto trends, stock tips from friends, hot deals online. And the result? He lost almost everything he had. That was his first wake-up call. Because he realized something painful. The market doesn't reward greed. It punishes ignorance. But Onyx didn't quit. He paused. And he started learning. Reading every day. Listening to financial podcasts. Understanding how money actually works. For the first time in his life, he realized, I don't lack money. I lack a system. So he began to save 20% of his income. Cut unnecessary expenses. Invest in his own knowledge. No one noticed this change. But this was the foundation of everything. 2 years later, Onyx wasn't rich. But he had something more important. A small amount of capital. And a much clearer mind. This time, he didn't gamble. He allocated. Some into index funds. Some into long-term stocks. Some into a small business. And then, something interesting happened. For the first time, money started working for him. Not a lot, but enough to make him realize. This is how the game is really played. But it wasn't easy. There were months. His portfolio dropped. His business struggled. His confidence shook. He almost gave up. But this time, he didn't panic. Because he understood. I'm not here to win fast. I'm here to stay in the game. By the age of 32, Onyx had changed completely. He no longer chased opportunities, asked others what to invest in, made emotional decisions. Instead, he built a system, a clear portfolio, defined allocation rules, a reinvestment strategy. Every month, money kept flowing in, even when he wasn't actively working. That's when he truly understood. Compound interest. He didn't need to work harder. He just needed to do the right things and give it enough time. And one day, he sat down, looked at his income streams, and realized, if I stop working, I'll still be okay. That was the moment. Financial freedom. But Onyx didn't stop there. Because at this level, the game changes. It's no longer about making more money. It's about protecting what you've built. He started learning tax strategies, asset structures, financial leverage. He stopped selling good assets. Instead, he kept them and used them to acquire more. Onyx became like a chess player. Not making fast moves, but making smart, long-term ones. He was no longer chasing money. Money was now flowing into his system. Onyx had everything he once dreamed of. Financial security, freedom of time, a stable life. But the biggest change was his question. Before, it was, how do I get rich? Now, it became, what do I leave behind? He began to invest in education, support young entrepreneurs, build long-term value. At this point, Min wasn't just wealthy. He had influence. He had purpose. He had a legacy. Onyx's story is not a fantasy. It's a map. A map that anyone can start, but not everyone finishes. And the most important question for you is, where are you right now? Level 1? Still figuring things out? Level 2? Just starting to invest? Or level 3? Building your system? Because in the end, it's not about how much money you have. It's about the level of thinking you operate on. So take a moment and ask yourself, where am I on this journey? And am I ready to level up? If you see yourself in this story, hit like, share this video, and if you want to move faster, avoid costly mistakes, understand each level deeply, subscribe to the channel. Because in the next videos, we're going to break down each level in detail. See you in the next one.